Hey guys, what's going on? We're going to talk about omex stock, which stands for Odyssey Marine Exploration Inc. Pretty interesting what happened today. Last night, today is, what day is today? Thursday? Today's Wednesday, September 18th. So yesterday, September 17th, right before close, they had an announcement that they won their litigation with NAFTA, with Mexico. And in that, it was Chapter 11 of the NAFTA agreement, not Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And so since Chapter 11 was mentioned inside of this news, Benzinga, or whoever it is, let me see who reported it negative. They reported it as negative news when the company actually won their litigation. So that's interesting. So the stock goes from, let's see here, what did it do? It goes from basically $5 something down to 7 cents or 43 cents, something crazy. So, like 90% loss on the stock, right? So then it goes today, this morning, I'm sitting there watching it and it's up around like 70 cents or something. Same thing with yesterday after hours, it went back up. And so I'm watching it this morning, paying attention to it, like what's this thing doing? Because I saw it on the StockTwits feed because of lunr, because I was watching lunr to see what lunr was up to. And somebody mentioned it in the lunr feed, so I go over and I'm looking at this thing, reading all the news, and I'm like, the algorithms, the AI and everything, as well as a lot of ignorant people, thought that this thing is Chapter 11 bankruptcy, when in reality they just got over $30 million settlement from the judge and also treasuries. Okay, so it's not like it's gonna like make the company amazing. However, the current, let me just put this in perspective. The current market cap of the company is 28 million. So they got awarded more money than what the market cap is. And up until now, they have been, the market cap was basically 5 times what it currently is right now, 4 times what it currently is right now. So the market cap was like 120 million before this mess started. So if you zoom out to a 6-month chart, it's just a level stock around $4 or $5. And then it, pops up on some insider activity when they knew that they were probably going to win this litigation. And then boom, it falls down to 40 some cents. So anyway, what's interesting is Wall Street's trying to hold this thing down right now while the options market buys calls on the stock, is my opinion. And then once enough people short this thing, who think that it's just going to be shorted to death because they see that Wall Street's holding it down, then the masses, the retail buyers, are going to start shorting it and saying, oh yeah, I'll short it too. So they start shorting it. Meanwhile, all these shares are going to get converted back to, basically what's going to happen is the people buying the calls, in my opinion right now, Wall Street buying the calls on the stock right now, because you can buy calls for like 50 cents, 10 cents, where you know you're going to make killer money. So they're probably buying calls out the wazoo right now. And then once they buy enough calls, then they'll turn around and bring out the real good news. Oh, by the way, there is no Chapter 11 bankruptcy. And then it'll be positive news on Benzinga or whatever it's called. So just wanted to kind of point this out, guys. And by the way, today's volume, wait till you hear this statistic. So remember, their market cap, their total market cap. Now, I'm not talking about the float. I'm talking about the total market cap. So all the shares in circulation is $28 million. Today's volume, guys, this is unbelievable. Let me tell you what this is. Hang on, I'm trying to find it here. So the average volume is 1.19 million. Today's volume, last time I looked, guys, it was over 300 million. That's 10 times the current market cap. Okay? So anyway, if you zoom out, you'll see that the trend line, it's basically riding off the trend line right now. And I predicted that it would turn around at $1.15. Well, it turned around about $1.18. And so now it's going to ride up that diagonal trend line. So here in the next couple days, somebody's got to come out with real news that there was no bankruptcy. And at that point, you're going to have a lot of shorts who are trapped, and a lot of Wall Street who's bought a lot of calls, in my opinion, because it just doesn't make sense to go lower with it right now. Instead, it makes sense to have a really healthy dead cat bounce, which it already had, don't get me wrong, but I think it's going to continue. I think you're definitely going to see over $2, no question, with this stock. I mean, I think it's potentially going to go about $2.50 to $3, somewhere in that range, just to finish out the pennant, you know, as it goes across, because you draw the diagonal from up at $5, you draw the diagonal from, you know, 43 cents upward, that pennant, it's going to bounce back up once people realize that there's no bankruptcy. Okay, this is a really big deal. This is an easy opportunity to potentially double your money and make a whole lot more than that if you play with calls. So just figured I'd point that out. All right, guys, I'll let you guys go. See ya. Another option, you go out to, and by the way, this is not financial advice, do your own due diligence, but I did buy some calls today, some long-term calls for like out in like May or March of next year. They were dollar calls that I got at a really great rate. I'm just like, whatever, you know, if it goes up a bunch between that now and then, we're set. So check out the dollar calls out at next March or May, somewhere in there. All right, cool. See ya.